going on, everybody, man? It's your boy, Mr. Uncut 12 here, man. And I'm back with a brand new video for you guys, man. So, hey, look, hope everybody's doing well, man. I hope everybody, had a tremendous weekend, man. So, today is President's Day, actually. I'm recording this, so hope everybody's doing well. As you can see, man, from the title of the video, man, today's going to be talking about basically yesterday and everything like that. Yesterday was Valentine's Day, man. So, I hope everybody enjoyed their holidays. Well, Valentine's Day with that great special someone that you cared about, man. I know I did, man. I really appreciated, the gifts and stuff like that my girl bought me, so I was really excited about that. But I really wanted to go in and hop in, man, with the video, basically with today, man, and just kind of talk about what I was going to be aiming for. So today is the day after Valentine's Day. A lot of feelings are hurt, a lot of questions, concerns, and comments. And we just wondering, okay, well, what's the move? What's everything going forward? I've always been one of those type of dudes, like, I look at it like this. Valentine's Day is big for a lot of people. And, we got to look at the agenda behind it. But most importantly, really what I wanted to address into was how it looks the day after. Okay, so today is the 15th. Your significant other probably spoiled the hell out of you. Got your bears, little stuffed animals, candy, cards, balloons, took you out to dinner, took you out on a nice trip for a weekend, maybe to a nice hotel, looked into your eyes, that little meme with the girl, and she'd be like, she kind of like making it sound a little bit, but not really, and she'd be like that. Yeah, like doing that. So, yeah, a lot of y'all probably did that. So the concern is okay, that's great. But here's my pushback and just my question that I want us all to think about. What's the move going forward? Because today's the 15th, but okay, such and such did all that. Are we going to go back to arguing? Are they going to go back to cheating? Is our relationship as perfect as it is? I posted out there, I put on, my social media, why don't people embrace Valentine's Day like I think a lot of people should, as, a great holiday to go and enjoy yourself and stuff like that. And a lot of feedback I got was, well, every day should be Valentine's Day. I said, absolutely. I said, that makes sense because you got to look at it like this. I mean, we're going in, you expecting things to be a certain way, but it may be problems that you may have because let's look at it like I was stating earlier. You may have problems within your relationship. Maybe a lot of arguing. You may not really want to be there. And, you kind of know it's heading towards the end. But Valentine's Day comes around and you're like, well, you know what? But I've always been that one day shouldn't reconsider what's been consistently going on because you're excluding one day, excluding everything that's been going on the other 364 days. Maybe you guys been arguing. Maybe your significant other has been cheating. Maybe the relationship isn't what you thought that it was. They weren't valuing the attention and doing the things that you needed to do. And just because Valentine's Day comes around doesn't really mean that all of a sudden now things are going to get better. Like they've seen the light. Like, oh my goodness, they've seen the light. Now I can push forward and do other things. Like, no, it really doesn't work that way. And I wish sometimes people would really get out of the habit of that. Like, because, okay, exclude, like I would tell people like this, exclude Valentine's Day, your birthday, anniversaries, and Christmas. What's the consistency throughout the year? Do they text you every day? Do they call you? What's the communication level like? Do you trust each other? How are you in public? How does he or she act? Like, these are questions that you need to ask. It shouldn't just take one day to reconcile everything. I remember I was watching a few videos on YouTube the other day, and they were talking about, well, one girl video I was watching, she was kind of like, well, I was in a situationship, such and such only text me at night. We wouldn't go nowhere if he came to my house, and that was it. So, it's kind of like red flags you get. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that Valentine's Day shouldn't just be that one day, like, oh my gosh, like, this solves everything. Like, no, it's got to be stuff that you're doing consistently. Context, what's the optics of it? Because, like, yeah, Hey, I could be a complete asshole for the majority of the year, but when Valentine's Day come around, I could put on a good front. Like we peach two peas in the pod. But it could be downhill for the rest of the year, but we don't know that. So those are things that we have to consider. Also, I feel horrible for the people who thought, you know what, I had potential to get such and such. I'm ready. I'm excited, and they made me a February 15th person, not the 14th. And sometimes it's crazy. Matter of fact, I was looking at somebody's snap earlier before I actually started recording this, and I seen where they literally had got, I think they got gifts, and there was a picture of someone like touching the thigh, like right there near the cooch. And I remember I was watching it, and she said, "I'm still single, by the way." And I was like, "Huh?" But like somebody is taking you out and spoiled you, took you out to eat, and you talking about you still single. So what was the purpose of the date? Like if y'all ain't serious, like why put that out there? And I feel like I've called Valentine's Day Bay Probate. Like all the bays pop up then. Like whoa, wait a minute. Like now all of a sudden, everybody want to pop up. Like I seen that a couple years ago. I think it was like on Twitter, IG. Like it's the Bay Probate. Like everybody popping out the woodworks. You like wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you just got to be careful. Honestly, like, this is just how I feel for the people who really didn't have a Valentine's. Like, or the ones who got, well, the ones who got heartbroken. I feel for y'all. I really, really do. Like, because I know what, not saying I know what that's like. I've only been in two relationships my whole life. But I know how I can feel that, you putting in all this work and time and effort and focus on this person and you thinking, oh my gosh, they're the one, and then come to find out, nah, I really wasn't feeling you like that anyway. But appreciate it though. And they're out and about with somebody else. So that can be kind of devastating. I just also think too, it just brings a level of confusion, I think sometimes, because like I was mentioning just now with the girl with posting that stuff, but talking about you're still single, it throws off a lot of things because, I see some chicks where I'm like, well, wait a minute, you're posting this and tagging this. And I just think it just creates a level of confusion because then you're just like, well, were they single? Were they not single? Did they just get with this person? Are they fresh in? Like, I just think it brings a level of a lot of uncertainty and confusion. And honestly, if I'm in a relationship, I wouldn't want that. I would just want to make sure that, hey, you know what I'm saying? This is who I want to be with. This is who I should identify that I want to be with. And we should push forward with that. Make sure that we're progressing forward and doing the things that we need to do instead of playing games and being like, well, I was serious, but then I wasn't that serious. Like, I feel like that's something that's wrong. We can't treat people like that. I feel like that's very wrong and upsetting to a lot of people. And I just think that, moving forward, it just, to me, it's just weird. So I'm not a big proponent of that. Not a big fan of that. And also too, I just want to say this as well with the 15. Think about, for the people who bought stuff, were you forward thinking people? Was this something that, what, I'm doing this at the last minute? AKA meaning I'ma wait the Sunday of before dinner to go and buy everything. Or is this stuff that you had planned out in your mind? Like, hey, look, I'ma buy this ahead of time. I'ma make sure I got everything set up. It wasn't a last minute thing. Because, sometimes we can read bullshit, and maybe that's one of them, realizing that, hey, this wasn't thought out. This wasn't put into play in time. So, we got to make sure that we're doing that and putting ourselves in a position to be successful. With me, I I bought my girl some strawberries, but the person was going to make them like a month in advance. Yeah, based on like my paycheck and stuff, I didn't get paid until Thursday. So there were some things I got, like maybe like candles and stuff like that. But as far with the main stuff that I got, I already took care of all that. But I was already forward thinking ahead of time instead of waiting to like man, let me hit up Edible Arrangement and see if they got some strawberries or something like at the last minute. And when realistically, that's not a good look. That's not gonna look good on you. I just think moving forward, we've got to be more realistic with ourselves and just ask the questions. Hey, if I'm gonna do something, let me not half-ass it. Let me make sure I'm going in all the way, making sure I'm putting the proper steps in. Because if it was your birthday or your Valentine's or somebody trying to spoil you, you want them to do it half-ass. You want them to be like, all right, this is what I want. Let's move forward. This is what we're gonna do. So just basically what I'm trying to emphasize and get at for a lot of people is, especially with Valentine's Day, the day after, just ask yourself this. Are we right for each other? Are such and such doing the proper steps to move us forward to be progressing in our relationships? Because, yeah, Valentine's Day is nice and all, but I want to make sure that you're doing this level of love and appreciation throughout the year and is being consistent. That's all I'm asking for. I think a lot of times when we go into these relationships and do things for our significant others, is it consistent? Or we make sure that we're putting in the proper work and consistency for us to grow our relationship and get better. So, man, hey, look, as always, man, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Follow me on social media at Mr. Underscore Uncut 12, man. Also, man, just thank you for all the love and support. I've gotten, some very good feedback from a lot of people. So I appreciate y'all, man. And we're going to keep this thing going and pushing, man. So if everybody continues to be safe, man, continue to wear your mask. Let's practice 6 feet and social distance, and let's make the most of it, man. So Mr. Uncut is signing out, y'all. Peace.